What's going on? Shane Serrano here, coming to you from Radio Boardshop in Aspen, Colorado, and today I'm going to be talking about the brand new 2021 Burton Straight Chuter. Let's check it out. So I'm really excited about the Straight Chuter. This is a brand new board for 2021 in Burton's family tree line. We haven't seen this before. It was helped designed by Danny Davis, and this is his big mountain board of choice when he wants to rip hard, steep, fast lines. So the name kind of says it all, the Straight Chuter. It wants to go straight and fast. And it's spelled shoot like C-H-U-T, kind of like down a chute or a couloir, because it just wants to go straight, bombing lines, going fast, hard charging all the time. The Straight Chuter comes in sizes 151, 155, 159, and 162. So the Straight Chuter is going to have Burton's Dragonfly core, which is the core they use in the Custom X, which is pretty stiff and aggressive, makes the board a little bit lighter, but it does make for that really aggressive nature, which is why it's like a hard charging board. The Straight Chuter is going to be a directional cambered board, so camber all the way from the tail to the front foot, which releases in a slight rocker nose. There's not a heck of a lot of rocker in this nose, just so it can rip hard and charge hard without that nose kind of fluttering. With the directional camber, this also has 18 millimeters of taper, which is kind of a lot. So the nose is 18 millimeters wider than the tail is, and that's gonna, help it ride and float a little bit better in powder, especially when you're bombing down that line. The nose is gonna, keep you afloat while the tail keeps you kind of pinned down that line. This board has a very large side cut radius, which means it's gonna wanna go straight. Boards that have a large side cut radius kind of look a little straighter when you look at the side of it. And so this is not the board, for someone who wants to carve around the mountain or have a really turny, cruisy ride. This board wants to go straight and haul ass right down the mountain. On the bottom of this board, you're going to get a recycled, sintered WFO base, which means the pores are wide open. They're created with wax in them, so they're going to go fast in any situation. The family tree logo on the base of this board is a sublimated graphic as opposed to a die cut, which means the board's going to ride faster. You don't have any small die cut pieces that are going to slow you down or even pop out. So this board is going to be extra fast. As with all of Burton's boards, you get a 3-year warranty on the Straight Chuter. You also have the channel system, which means you can put any binding on this, but it works best with a Burton EST channel binding, because that just means instead of having an insert pack under your foot, it's just a strip of aluminum that allows your board to stay connected to your binding, so you don't have that dead spot where an insert pack would be. You get a little more natural flex having the channel system. This board is also built with squeeze box technology, which means in the slightest there's differences in the thickness of the board, a little bit thicker outside your feet, a little bit thinner under your feet, so you can flex the board where you want it to flex. This board is also made with Burton's Infinite Ride, which essentially means it's going to ride the same on the first day all the way up to the 100th day or even the last day that you ride this board. So it's going to have the same liveliness all the way until you're done and ready for your next board. This board also has pro tips, which means the thickness of the board thins out towards the nose as it does in the tail, which just adds for a little less material where you don't really need it. So like I said before, this board wants to go fast and haul ass. They say it right on the board, big lines, steep terrain, hard charging. And this is exactly what Danny designed this board for. It wants to go straight, it wants to bomb and go as fast as you want to go down big lines in Alaska or wherever you are. So this is for a more advanced snowboarder who wants to just really push the limit and have a good solid board that they can rely on when they want to go as fast as they want to. Thanks for checking out the 2021 Burton Straight Chuter, a brand new board for this year. It's cool to see Burton always making new boards in the family tree line to kind of test new styles and new profiles, and that's exactly what we have here. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. If you want to see more board reviews, we got that coming through the whole fall. And then once the winter hits and the lifts start running, I'll be doing snowboard adventures, so don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned for that. Peace!